Doug with Yaskawa here at Automate, and I am at the PushCorp booth, and I am here with Isaiah. So he is the robotics application engineer, and Isaiah is going to take us through what they're showcasing here, how they're utilizing our robot and others, but primarily focusing on kind of their niches. So with that, take it away, Isaiah.
Hello, everyone. We'll start here. This is one of our finish stands. So you can run a buffing wheel or like a Scotch-Brite like this, and it has our compliance device integrated here. You can monitor position and where this is at. So as your wheel wears, you can index your robot program in and also speed up the RPMs to maintain a surface feet per minute. And then we have our lovely Yaskawa here presenting the part, and it would provide the path and the feed rate. So we have this version, and then you can see on our picture there, we also have a belt head with similar technology there. We'll move. This is some of our heavier equipment here. So this is a larger compliance device with one of our machining spindles. So you can do light machining or run big old buffing wheels or anything of a heavy-duty nature. There's a couple tool holders with different abrasives you can use with our equipment. We can head this way. This is our robotic belt sander. So you would pair this with a compliance device. You can run on the contact wheel or the slack of belt, and it's going to be hard to see, but there's a platen down here that you can use as well for.
Maybe on the other side.
Yeah.
We'll try to get it for you.
And so, yeah, you can use a variety of different belts. So like a heavy grinding coated abrasive, or a fine finishing Trizac, or a non-woven as well. This is, we call it the weld shaver. So you mount it on our compliance device once again, and then it's going to ride on these rails on the parent material, and then there's carbide inserts there that'll shave a weld off to a known height. We can move on to our booth over here.
All right.
So our booth here is showcasing our newest spindle. So we actually have two of them mounted on the compliance device there. One has a random orbital shaft on it with dust collection. And then the other side is an ER collet. So with it, you can run a variety of abrasives. So obviously random orbital, and then light grinding and deburring type applications with the ER collet style. On our rack, we just have a variety of abrasives showing off some different things you could do. So like a fiber disc, or this is a bristle application using automotive, like ditch, doing weld spatter removal.
Okay.
It'll take the spatter off without removing galvanized coating. This is our disc changer over here. It's not quite to it in the cycle yet, but you can have a stack of abrasives in there. It'll uses a knife on the front of it to cut off the disc, and then it'll go and grab a new one.
Yep. Okay.
We can show the disc chain. I think it's about to do it actually.
Oh, all right.
Perfect.
There we go.
So there it's checking to make sure the strip happened, and now it's going to grab a new disc. And then it'll seat the disc on the front of it, and then it'll be off and running again. The spindle is our smallest spindle, aimed at getting on smaller payload robots.
So what size robot payload do you need to?
So if you take one of those spindles off, I think that with the compliance device is around 9 kilograms.
Okay.
The other thing you got to consider is you're pushing with a force. So you have the weight of the tooling on the end, and then also how much force you're pushing with as well. So I would say on the higher end of the Cobot scale would be better suited for light duty applications. But
Okay.
we usually refer to the experts at Yaskawa and to give them the weights and what we're doing, and they're able to make recommendations on payloads.
Excellent. Oh,
yeah,
we
got one last
more.
display here.
We don't want to miss this.
So this is showcasing our spindle, kind of our bread and butter unit. We have smaller and bigger units. We'll start with the spindle. So it's a servo spindle, so it gives you a constant RPM as opposed to maybe an air motor where as soon as you make contact it's going to bog down, so you are able to get consistent results time and time again. This one has a tool changing feature, so if you give it 90 psi, you can swap out to a different abrasive.
Oh, wonderful.
Or if you're at different processes, or if your disc wears out, you can go make a tool change similar to a CNC. So it's a standard B230 tool holder. How our compliance device works is if I do a payload weight here, so it's doing a weigh routine, kind of like tearing out a kitchen scale. And now wherever I put that in the compliance stroke here, all this weighs 35.4 pounds, so that's how much it's pushing up with to counteract it. And then if I give it some force here, so we'll call it 3 pounds. So now it's adjusting that air pressure automatically to compensate for the weight of the tool. And then this one is active compliance, which means it monitors its orientation in relation to gravity. So let's say you have a curved part and you're going around it. Theoretically, this should fall to that side, but it's automatically changing the air pressure to maintain the 3 points.
3.2, that's fantastic. And any orientation.
Yep.
That's great.
So if you have curved parts or just a lot of angles you're processing at, that's where you use active compliance. We also have this in passive, where it's just a simpler version without the sensors in there, and then you just use an external regulator. So
okay. Great. Well, Isaiah, thank you so much for the quick tour. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you.